See you soon. This is going to be so much fun. Bring on your damaged hair, dry hair, coarse hair, curly hair, long hair, short hair. It does not matter. You guys, Dennis Simeone has done it again. And he is bringing you the world launch of a brand new limited edition formula of his incredible cleansers and conditioners. It's called the Extraordinary Elevated High Five Collection. It's inspired by the world's highest peaks where only the most resilient plants can thrive. He is bringing you an all-in-one new formula. So if you need moisture, if you need scalp care to exfoliate and hydrate your scalp, if you want big, mega volume, we're talking a 244% increase in volume. You see it on your screen. And if you just want healthier looking hair in general, this brand new formula is for you. It's new. It is small batch, as always, and it's limited edition, and it is 4 completely brand new scents. We have Alpine Bloom. This is your powdered floral. It is light, serene, fresh, and floral with white lily and pink peony. We have Skybound Peaks, crisp alpine breeze. It's fresh and green with an icy mint and pine needles. We also have Mountain Eclipse. This one is your amber vanilla veil. It's warm and mysterious, right? But it has amber, vanilla, and floral notes. And the one I got to experience today is called Summit's Glow. It is a creamy saffron sunset. It is this warm and creamy scent with saffron, amber, and vanilla. You can't go wrong with any of them. These are the super size, if you can't tell already. It's an 8 times the size. Normally they're 4 ounces. You are getting 32 ounces. They come with the pumps. The shampoo is a $110 value because it is that super size. The conditioner is a $118 value. You're looking at $228 you would normally have to spend. Today, $54.98. That breaks down to about $27-ish each. We have free shipping. We have 3 flexible payments, and guess what? Yes, we have auto ship. Oh my goodness, even on a small batch limited edition. So I cannot wait to tell you all about this formula. We're gonna talk about the inspiration behind this, and we're gonna get Dennis Simeone in here to do it. He is the founder of Tweaked. He is the ingredient hunter and the newly married man. Congratulations.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you since, so welcome.
It's been a minute.
This is gonna be incredible. A new formula. You were always
a whole new
tweaking.
brainchild.
Yeah, and this is something I imagine took quite some time to get together.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah.
The fact that we're always looking at different solutions, basically, and when it comes to volume, this is it. So I'm getting close to, I call it the end of my career, but I've been doing this 26 years now.
Wow.
Everything's gotten better and better, but we're scoring pretty insane numbers, 244% increase in volume. So
incredible. Look at my hair. I mean, it's huge.
It's a shampoo conditioner.
I used it today for the first time. Yeah, just shampoo and conditioner.
And you'll see, because then we have the 7-second, I call it the 7-second miracle. It's coming up next that works with it. But I call it bio-sculpting, basically, that these ingredients, they all grow at high peaks. And what I've learned is that they're extraordinary. That's what I've nicknamed it, and that's what the collection's about. So basically, these plants, they've been around for centuries. Some are adaptogens, and basically, they've adapted to their surroundings. So think of it, high up the peak, blizzards, these plants.
Like extreme conditions.
So they adapt. So I was able to take what makes them adapt, put that all together. I call it the high five. So I went to 5 different zones. And how do we achieve volume from it? Like I call it, I nickname it bio-sculpting, because it's basically that thermoactive gel that I have as a base. It attaches onto the hair, and with heat. So when you come out of the shower and you start blow drying, it starts swelling up.
Now.
It swells up, gives you stability, and you score. So it's up to you. The more heat you give it, the bigger and better it gets. So even in the sun, normally your volume dissipates. This is going to get bigger.
this makes sense now, because today, in all transparency, it was the first time I ever used it. My hair felt great. It always does with tweaks, but it felt super silky and really hydrated. While I was blow drying, I literally came out of the bathroom. I said, babe, look at my hair, to my husband. He's like, okay, you look like a lion right now. I was like, I'll take it, you know?
It's like, and I've learned this ingredient, that base, I knew when I found it, this thermo gel, so it's reversible. There's nothing else like it on the planet. It's a vehicle, so I'm able to now take ingredients, these high five, and these ingredients are really special because they've learned how to adapt. So that's what we're looking for, is that product to be on your hair that adapts to what you want it to do. In this case, I've basically loaded it, encapsulated it. We have nano technology, so little mini particles that embed and go into the hair. That's the magic. So it's in there. It's basically staying dormant until you give it heat. And when you give it heat, you get the lift.
So heat makes your hair look better versus normally when we put heat onto our hair, it makes it worse, right?
And the shampoo's clarifying, so you're gonna get a beautiful creamy lather. So when I say clarifying, it's gonna remove everything off your hair.
Wow.
So that we get a clean canvas, but without stripping it. So it's really creamy. It's conditioning, and then the conditioner, that's where the magic is, because that's where we have that thermo sculpting with that thermo gel. We've embedded the ingredients, these high peak, extraordinary. So it's a winter formula as well. So it's been specifically designed to work even better in the winter. Because in the winter, well, at least where I'm from, like our winter's winter.
Cold, cold and dry
if I smile now, my lip, I came in, I'm like, I can't smile.
Your lips hurt.
And my lip split, starts bleeding.
I said, go get your rescue cream.
And I put it on now,
and he said, I don't have any. I said, we have some, Dennis.
Well, it works.
So everybody's hair looks amazing. I love the lather with this. I mean, it truly is a rich, creamy lather. I know you guys saw that.
You see the hair, it's fluffy.
Everybody's hair, and I noticed it's not weighed down. It's super soft. And this one, Dennis, you really focused on moisture, scalp care, and hair volume. And that gives us healthier looking hair overall, but my scalp felt so hydrated. It was amazing.
Yeah, so look, I can only do this one time. That's why you're going to see a collection or a series, first one being with the high five, so high altitude, and it just makes sense for winter. Then we'll probably go to the jungle. Jungle or desert, that's what you'll see next. Totally different, texture, different quality, and different result, but this is the one time, the one thing that we're doing this year that will give you the biggest volume.
Yes, look at this.
That's why I just want you guys to know. So this is the one time that we do, especially in a super size, a shampoo, conditioner, base, and the whole day is dedicated to this to make it really easy for you to achieve not just volume though, but you see even color shifting. That's the beauty of it, and that's what I've gotten a lot better at. We're not stripping, we're putting into the hair what you need. And as you age, you deplete, more lipids, fatty acids. So these plants that I've discovered, that's what they hold. So that's why there's not just one, we went to 5.
And on
Those
top
5
of that,
give me what I need to give you.
I love that you also give us like the Ojan oil, the Moroccan clay, the glacier water, rosehip oil. I mean, these are not normal ingredients. Iceland moss. Hyaluronic acid, alpine rose, like what?
When we do the extraction, it's a drop. So but it's potent, and that's the great thing about these extraordinary ingredients that learn to adapt. They become very powerful.
And it's all clean beauty. That's a big deal, you guys. Clean beauty certified.
Wow, those highlights.
Yes, look at how her color. Her color is more vibrant. You can see the shine. Your hair is not weighed down. And when you're looking for extreme moisture and you really want to treat your scalp, sometimes other products will then in turn weigh your hair down and it feels greasy.
Yeah, they're coating it. So they're basically making it thicker by putting all the emulsifiers, basically these waxes that attach onto the hair. They feel nice, but they start collecting debris. They get sticky, especially with heat. So when you start blow drying, you don't get grip, you get slip, and that brush then doesn't give you what it's designed to give you. Heat with a brush, a round brush, and the right product, you should be able to easily achieve a wonderful head of, whether it's texture. In this case, we're going with a styled volume, but you see the smoothness and the shine. Like that, this is all done, believe it or not, with a shampoo conditioner.
Correct. That's all I use.
There's no styling in her hair. We've reduced the number of styling products that we started with 10 years ago. We don't need them.
Well, this is like an ultimate multitasker, right? And I also noticed I curled my hair at, it was 5:30 this afternoon. It's now midnight, and the curl stayed. And usually on the day I wash my hair, I have to curl it like 5 times before I come out on the air because it falls out. So I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, and we're gonna teach you now how you extend it with what we're gonna show you next, which is basically and so another brainchild. Basically, it's a fluid treatment.
Okay.
Because we want it to go to every single strand. You apply, as long as you apply this last.
Okay.
So shampoo, conditioner, you bring this in, and if it's the last thing to touch your hair, that you're going to get when you add the heat to it. So it's a liquid that'll turn into a cream.
Okay.
And that cream basically now is embedding itself. It's nanoparticle. It's the ozone taking all the other high-five ingredients and driving it even deeper into the hair shaft. You'll see a 98% reduction in breakage. So you're getting the volume. You bring this in. You reduce the breakage as well. So if you have really fragile hair, this is like a dream for you today.
So this is the bonus buy. This is brand new. We're calling it your splash mask, which is really, it's a liquid.
7 seconds, it stays in your hair, you rinse it out, and done.
It's fast. So if you buy the Today's Special, you will get the bonus buy mask for $29.99. If you're not buying the Today's Special, it is $86. That is a $56 savings with your Today's Special, and that's also a world launch brand new product.
Formula as well. There's nothing else like it on the planet. It's not a water treatment. This is actually, again, a thermal, I call it thermal sculpting, another way of delivering these actives faster to the hair. So on day 2, what you can do is, if you're gonna, or the second time that you're going to wash your hair, eliminate the conditioner. You can even eliminate the shampoo if you want, because it cleanses as well.
And use the bonus buy?
Yeah, just use the bonus buy. And Johnny, what'd you use there? But a teaspoon or a tablespoon?
About a tablespoon. Okay.
Yeah, so you've got a 16-ounce mega size of it. You don't need to use a lot, but basically you put it into your hair, and once it touches water with friction, that thermoactive base comes alive, it puffs it up, and it starts to attach. It creates a bond onto the hair shaft, so now it has a veil on it. And once you add heat to it, you'll get volume. No heat, it stays as a conditioning treatment, as a leave-in.
I gotta tell you guys at home, truth be told, honestly, if you've never used Tweaked and you are looking, this hair, let me just start over. This is all my hair. And the reason I say that is at least once or twice a week, someone will ask me, oh, where did you get your extensions done? What do you? I'm not saying Tweaked grew my hair. What I am saying is Tweaked made my hair so strong that I am not seeing thousands of hair strands on the floor. When we talk about a reduction in breakage, it's a big deal. If you're trying to grow your hair out, maybe use a product that helps your hair with its strength and resilience. If you are looking for shine, moisture, volume, and scalp care. That's your skin as well. If you want to exfoliate and hydrate your scalp, this is a brand new world launch formula. So if you're just joining us, welcome. This is the launch. You get first dibs on all 4 brand new scents, which we're about to tell you about in depth. But these are the 8x super size shampoo and conditioner. It's called the High Five Collection. Dennis was inspired by the plants that are growing at the world's highest peaks, the most resilient plants in the world, and bringing you these incredible clean beauty cleanser and conditioner. It's a $228 value. If you're shopping with us right now, you get both for $54.98. FlexPay is $18 and change. We ship it to you for free. Auto ship is far and away the most popular option.
Yeah, and I'd say go that way.
Continue to get this limited edition over and over again at the same Today's Special price point, but that's the only way you secure and reserve future treatment or shipments, because once this is gone, this is gone. So we're excited you're getting it.
Yeah, nowhere else in America. All the quantities here.
Yeah.
We have a small amount, like when we bring it to the UK or even Canada, it's like 2,000.
Wow. So can we talk about these scents real quick?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the formulas. They're amazing.
Yeah, I've got a whole, like if you,
brand new.
Yeah, if you like what I've given you in the past when it comes to fragrance, and we're so different from everyone else. My biggest passion is, put the hair aside, I've always been about the fragrance.
Yeah. So
that's why I used Haircare as the delivery, but in this case, these are almost eau de perfume, really. Some of you will probably not even use your eau de perfume anymore and just go with your, because your hair is Think of it, it's like a diffuser.
Oh, this is the one I use.
Diffuser.
Summit's Glow. So maybe we start there because this one is really creamy saffron sunset. It's warm and delicious.
Well, we had the legendary in the past, and we had the sunset. Geez, I forget the name now.
Oh gosh, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, well, basically that is a similar base. If the people that use that one, because that was far the #1 scent of last year that we ever launched. In this case, bringing in the saffron, thank God I did. And that saffron is so expensive, though.
Yeah.
When you're using it as a pure, like in other words, it's an absolute. What it did is it just took away that. When someone gets annoyed at a fragrance, it's because it's too piercing.
Okay.
This just toned it all down and just made it so seductive and just balanced it perfectly. It is beautiful.
It is warm and creamy. You notice that amber and vanilla. Mountain Eclipse has been very popular, and this one is that warm and mysterious, we say, with the amber, vanilla, and floral notes, though.
Yeah, so that one,
again,
I love my amber vanilla, but I'm always looking at ways of how can I make it better?
Yeah, sure.
Living in Canada, the winter, I hate winter, but what I love about winter is the crispness of the air.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to achieve with all of these based on the 5 zones that I was, and in discovering all this between the last 5 years. There's always been this crispness that I wanted to.
Fresh.
Yeah, how do I attach that? How do I bring that into a fragrance? And bringing in these florals that we found that grow in the area worked. It's got, I call it a bit of an icy base to it.
Ooh.
And that's what makes it mysterious, but it's not minty, but it's a bit there that it's not annoying. It's just
it has
so,
a crispness.
It's perfect. Yeah, I love it. Bright amber vanilla, it's beautiful.
This one's beautiful too. Skybound Peaks, that's that fresh and green.
Yeah.
Also has that icy mint and pine. But not like a Christmas tree. Not pine like you would think. It's like if you're walking through a forest and it's fresh.
Yeah, or that pine car freshener.
Yeah, no.
My dad used to have it in his car.
Yeah.
So I'd always cut it and throw it away. And where did it go? And then he'd buy a place called Canadian Tire. You can get 50 of them.
Yeah, right?
It smells beautiful.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
My goodness. But yeah,
so
I
it's
love
definitely
this one.
not that, because that just, you can see it sets off triggers.
Yeah, right? And then finally, Alpine Bloom. This one is that more fresh and floral. So white lily, pink peony. It's like a powdered
it's more feminine.
floral. Yeah, it's really, they're all romantic. They're all sexy.
Yeah, look, when you get them at home, and that's why I'm saying, look, the performance, there's nothing else like it. This is the best I'll ever give you when it comes to volumizing with the shampoo conditioner, and the bonus buy it gives you even more control with that you can break down that breakage down to almost perfection, 98%. It works on every single hair type, so you don't have to worry about are they different formulas? Nah.
Sure.
Made them universal, but you can now make it adapt for you, bringing in we call it the bonus buy.
Yeah, don't miss that bonus buy.
Yeah.
That's also brand new and it's already very popular. That's the elevated mask, and it's a 7-second flash liquid to lather. It's really interesting, but you only need to leave it on for 7 seconds. It's coming up in just a bit, but if you get the Today Special, the bonus buy is $29.99. That's a $56 savings, so you might want to grab it while you can.
It's not hard to use, because you could either use it to replace your conditioner, you can replace your shampoo, it doesn't matter, just bring it in.
Yeah.
But if you use it as the last thing that touches your hair, you get volume. If you bring it in and it's not your last thing, so if you shampoo, then you use the bonus buy, the 7-second, which we're showing you there, which is a liquid.
Yeah.
It's like, it'll come out looking like almost like a thicker water, a fluid, I call it. And then once it touches water and friction, the thermal aspect comes alive.
Yes.
So it's heat, right? So with heat, you'll see it. It literally gets thicker. And that's what the nanoparticles that are inside, which is the ozone, finally, I get to use it in the way I wanted to use it as a carrier. It drives in all of these high elevation ingredients, and as you walk around or for the day, there's a veil on your hair. You're not gonna feel it other than when the heat comes in, you'll feel it.
Okay.
And then it gets soft. It puts a soft touch to the hair, but it gives you grip. It gives you hold.
See,
it's a
I
whole
need
new way
that.
of getting hold. You're in control, and you can change it. So if you add more heat, it gets bigger, thicker. If you take the heat away, it'll go back to smooth.
That's your bonus buy, and it's such a great deal. We'll have a full presentation coming up, but it's already very popular.
That was water or
it's
fluid.
amazing how quickly that changed. And you only need to leave it on for 7 seconds.
Yeah, and it'll keep growing and growing, and then you eliminate it. You just rinse it out. And you can even not rinse it all out. I want you to play with it. It's so cool. It basically allows you now, that almost becomes your styling product, like a styling cream that's attaching onto the hair. Because I always find less is more. You don't have to have 5 different products, to achieve what you need to achieve, because that just builds up. I always call them Band-Aids. Without any hold, I can give you set hair.
It's amazing.
You don't even need Velcro rollers anymore.
And usually to achieve a style, it would have to be like helmet hair. Like you couldn't actually touch your hair, and I just can't stop.
It's crispy.
It feels so soft. Yeah, I don't want crispy, crunchy hair. I like my potato chips like that, not my hair. So I'm very excited for those of you just joining us. We're super busy, which makes me so happy. You are getting first pick at a world launch. This is the brand new formulation that Dennis is bringing us.
Yeah, 25 years. This one, I gotta say, formula-wise, it took a long time to perfect because we already had high numbers. How do I make it better?
Yeah.
That thermo-based, this gel that came actually in a form of an eye drop when I damaged my eyes. That's what things happen sometimes by accident.
Right.
My eyes are still messed up, by the way. That's why I have to write everything so big now. I can't see anything. But hey, I got that gel. And that gel, basically, and as I've learned it, it is so cool because it works by temperature. It's reverse. So basically, when you melt something, it turns to liquid.
Sure.
Well, this thing, when you try to melt it, it gets stronger and thicker. So using that as a bond, so we're basically like a bondo. It goes onto the hair. Now I've learned how to control it, and it just got better with that 7 second. But it's in the shampoo conditioner, so. So
what that means for you, this big number Dennis mentioned, and this is measured, instrumentally tested by using this, a 244% increase in hair volume. That is the big va-va-voom. And let's not forget, this brand new formula is really focused on moisture, scalp care, exfoliating and hydrating your scalp, hair volume, obviously, with that huge number, and honestly, an overall healthier looking hair. So this is something that everybody can use.
Never makes sense with volume.
Right. I have to say, too, your beautiful wife, Amanda. Wife now.
Wifey.
She's live on Skype right now. I saw you, Amanda. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
And your hair is big and voluminous, too. Look at us.
You know her secret. You know her secret now, so she had it way before everybody else.
I had a feeling. She was test piloting this, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what do you think? I mean, for people watching, we've never seen this before or heard about it.
Yeah, I love how it gives you volume, but it's touchable, it's soft, it's shiny, something you don't normally get with something that gives you volume. And all the scents are so good. I'm actually loving, what's it called again? The Skybound Peak. That's my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
you can't.
Everyone's gonna have a different favorite.
That with the mask, that's what I used tonight when I washed my hair. It's an amazing combination.
Yes, I agree. And the Skybound Peaks, that's the one, it's described as crisp alpine breeze, you guys. So fresh and green with icy mint and pine needles. It's so refreshing and invigorating.
See, it's Canada. Canada in the winter.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know what? We can see in your before and after right now how much your hair has transformed since that before photo from 2021.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fuller, it's long, it looks healthy, and I love your color.
I wish you guys could see a photo from before I started using Tweaked because it was the worst of the worst. I couldn't grow my hair past my shoulders. There was so much breakage, and this is what you can expect when you're using it for 7+ years. It just gets progressively better.
And it's really cool because you get to see it in studio with some of the models that we have first time, right? And you see a difference. But then you go the 7 years. And think of it now as just I would say in the last 3 years is where I went formula-wise to a whole different place.
Yeah.
And the progression, I'm proud. Sorry, it took 20. That would have been 23 years. It just takes time to find the right balance of things, and that gel just gave me what I've been just missing. And I was close to it. I was trying to make it my own way, but. Yeah, that little bit of technology, when you drive it in with these high-powered, wild-crafted, picked by hand. Think of it. A lot goes into this. And that's why it works so well. These plants are charged. They're in the middle of nowhere. There's no plantations. They grow, and think of it, people live in these areas too, but some of them have to travel for about 2-3 weeks to go get it.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So it takes time, small amounts, but it's worth it.
Well, this is a limited edition, brand new formula. Look at the color. The way her, especially when you have gray hair, it can sometimes take on a yellow tinge or
see, now you don't need those purple shampoos.
Yes.
Saving steps, basically, like you're gonna save your hair, because then at that point, your hair is gonna come back again. So if you're finding that you're thinning out, it could be from stress.
Yeah.
I found myself, I was so stressed out that I started feeling it. Okay, I'm starting to get thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
But fatter and fatter.
How does this happen?
What happened? I came back from the wedding, I think it was 15 pounds heavier.
Wow.
Lost it within four or 5 days, just being back to work.
Wow, isn't that funny? That's amazing what can happen, you know?
Yeah, well, and what the point I'm making is with stress. So these plants, they weren't like, whether a bird dropped a seed, however they got there. And they were probably really upset because they're like, oh, wait a minute, it's really cold.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to die, so they learned how to adapt. And that's what, if you're wondering why is he going there, why these plants? Because they've survived, some of them, for centuries.
They can handle
they
extreme
have been there.
conditions.
Some of these old adaptogens, they've been there for millions of years.
So think about how that translates to hair care. Having these ingredients in your hair care, your hair goes through extremes. Extreme hot, extreme cold, we're teasing it, we're using hot tools on it, we're trying a million different products. This is why it's important, because now you're giving us the resources to help control our hair, to strengthen, to give shine and really moisturize. I mean, everyone's hair is so touchably soft. If you are just joining us, we're winding down this first presentation. This is an incredible value. These are super size bottles with a pump. Regular size is 4 ounces. These are 32 ounces, and at our price point, it breaks down to $22.50 for each bottle. That is insanity. I mean, even the 4-ounce size costs more than that.
The 333 pumps each, so you have almost 700
But you gotta get it tonight,
applications.
And that's why so many people are doing auto ship, because you will continue to get it at that price for the foreseeable future.
The only ones on the plant wall, other than England and in Canada. Although Trump wants to make us party you.
Yeah.
So who knows, we might be Americans soon enough.
But this is the place to be right now to be able to pick this up. That's the auto ship option. Should we go through the scents one more time real quick? Because I know that's so important when we're washing and cleansing. My whole bathroom smelled incredible. I used Summit's Glow today. That's the creamy saffron amber vanilla.
Well, and I'm finally going to launch eau de perfumes, like real.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, maybe this should be one. It is beautiful.
But of course, mine are going to be different, and I'm eliminating alcohol as well. So they're coming up. So just stay tuned.
That's exciting.
So where do you want to start?
Okay,
saffron?
let's start Summit's Glow. Yeah, the saffron.
Okay, so that's where I've never used saffron as a lead. I've always wanted to, but it's expensive, and you got to know how to. And you just have to have the right base, and found the right base. So this colder version of an amber vanilla, I just found it to be a little too piercing. I needed something to break that down and just kind of mellow it out in the saffron. Perfection. It's so sophisticated. It's like a Tom Ford scent.
Correct. Yeah, that's actually a perfect way to describe it. And then Mountain Eclipse, also with that amber vanilla veil, but this one has the floral notes under. It's very clean smelling. It's interesting.
Yeah, so that one, if you like anything to do with, from baby powders to soap, but not like the, oh, that smells like baby powder. Oh, that's soap.
Yeah.
It just has a clean aroma to it. It's almost like clothing on a line, but in the middle of winter at 15,000 feet above sea level with some florals sitting underneath.
And then Skybound Peaks. This is the one that your wife Amanda loves. It's the crisp alpine breeze. It's green, icy mint with pine. Yeah,
it has a bit of zest to it. So clean and green, best way to explain it. Almost like our spa scent, but not so spa-ish, and the mints come into it from the rosemaries, and it's just, but you won't be able to pick one out from the other. I've basically made it invisible, so it's just a balanced aroma where it's not like, oh, so piercing.
Right.
It's not going to give anyone a headache, and if you are going to wear it with something else, it's a layering scent, so
just
it will
a fresh, crisp, like breeze. And then Alpine Bloom, that's the powdered floral. And that one is super feminine. It's gorgeous. And the white lily and the pink peony really keeps things fresh.
Do you remember we had the limited edition tulip, and it was the pink vanilla?
Yes.
It's very similar to that, but again, more wintry. So if you liked the Tulupia, it was the pink vanilla cream. This is probably the closest that I can say that it's to.
Listen, you can't go wrong with any of them, you guys. These are huge. Just a reminder, 8 times the regular size with a pump. $110 value just for the shampoo. Conditioner, $118. Today, at under $55, you're getting these for about $22.50 each. Like that, I feel like my math is wrong. Somebody correct me. That's not right. 25 is 50, so $27, excuse me. Math is not my strong point, shopping is. Regardless, it's a fabulous value, it's free shipping, and the auto ship is far outselling the single ship, so I want you guys to dive in on that. You can cancel auto ship anytime you want, just so you know. So this is not something, what you're doing is reserving, continuing to receive the Today Special at the Today Special price point. But there's a limited amount of those as well, because everything Dennis brings us is small batch. It's clean beauty. He's literally going to the ends of the earth, you guys, to bring you these incredible products. Now, the bonus buy. We've got to get to this already super popular. 500 gone already, Dennis, just from one mention. And listen, bonus buys do not come in the same amount of quantity as today's specials do. So if you bought the Today's Special, this bonus buy is $29.99. That's a $56 savings. It's a brand new 7-second flash liquid mask. You put this on in the shower. It's the last thing you put on. You only need to leave it on for 7 seconds and you rinse it away. And now if you have dull, flat, lifeless hair, this is going to give you incredible volume. And also if you have a dry scalp, this is amazing.
I forgot now I know why Amanda loves it. It has a bit of a Fruit Loops.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right? So we have all the same scents as the Today's Special.
Oh my God.
So
That's
Alpine,
my new favorite.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Alpine Bloom is the powdered floral. The Skybound Peaks is crisp alpine. Mountain Eclipse is your amber vanilla with floral notes. And then Summit Glow is amber vanilla, but creamy saffron in the mix. This has got to be the coolest thing. It starts as a liquid. And then the water hits it, and it turns into this like lather.
So Johnny, we'll do it at the sink.
Who is this for?
But on my hand, I'll show you that it comes out and it's just a clear liquid. Oop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and it's really thin, but it's a fluid. But once we put, and you'll see it, we'll go to the wash basin. But once you put water to it, and you add a little bit of friction, and actually you'll feel it. It warms up.
I got to see this up close. I'm heading over. So, and I noticed, Gianni, you're just kind of dragging it along the scalp, right? To kind of let the product come out.
One down the center, one down each side.
Okay.
Right? And just tilt your head back a bit when you do it.
Okay.
It'll catch in between. You want it to the scalp and the root area, and then you add a little, well, your hair's gonna be wet when you apply it.
Sure.
And then add that friction to it, and the more that you do it, so another way of controlling it, the more cream you get, that means you're going to get more volume.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Sorry, the more cream you get, you're going to get more reduction in breakage. The less cream, so if you just activate it a bit, let it sit for 7 seconds, rinse out, you get more volume.
Okay, got it. So this is really cool to watch.
So it's triggered by the color. So if you see it going really, really white, that means, and to the point where, okay, now it's between your fingers, and it's attaching to your hands, you're done. And it's 7 seconds.
Well, I thought the coolest thing about this was an average of 98.2% reduction in breakage. So think about this. Let's say you brush your hair and there's 100 hairs in the brush. If you were to use this mask, that means you could see 2 hairs in the brush, right?
And that was on its own.
That's an average. Some had more.
Yeah, and we always go to the lowest, and remember, this was used on its own.
Okay.
So basically, when you bring this in, with the volumizing aspect of it, this is that bio-sculpting. So this is all done thermal.
Okay.
So basically heat or cold. The hotter you go, so in other words, even the water temperature, when you're washing your hair, if you go to a hotter temperature, not scorching or anything, but just a hot shower, you're gonna find your hair will then basically start getting some grip to it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to detangle, but you're gonna find that when you bring the round brush in, it won't even need a styling
So it'll
cream.
help hold.
And when your hair's still wet, just take like 4 or 5 drops,
Okay.
put it between your hand, emulsify, work that through your hair, and then you've got your own styling cream, basically.
Wow, and not only that, touchable. And look at how her style goes right back after Gianni takes his hands out. I mean, her hair is almost out of frame. There's so much volume, it's amazing.
But look at those, you see those little strips of color, the highlights. We didn't put them in, they were always there.
Now I get why this is called a splash mask. And so let me ask you then, do you do this just a couple times a week? Does it replace conditioner? Like, what's the order of operations here?
So I would say frequency of use, you'd want to get it in at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean you have to wash your hair 2 or 3 times. You can even bring this in as a leave-in.
Oh, I like that.
So if you're not going to wash your hair and you bring this in, just wet your hands with water.
Okay.
2 or 3 drops, emulsify, and then work that through your hair.
Look at this on curls.
And then style with it.
They're so defined and, again, not crunchy. Especially with curly hair. My sister has ringlets, and she's like, I hate it when a product makes my hair crunchy.
No, this one, there's no hold in it. It's a bond. Basically, I uncovered a whole new way of creating a bond onto the hair. It's like a Bondo, really. It fills in all the cracks and all the damage. And it's not a forever thing. We found anywhere from 24 hours to up to 3 days, depending on how much action your hair gets. In other words, from temperature changes, you touching it, where you live, like temperature and season plays a big role on, especially with hair. So between humidity, dryness. So that's why I'm always after finding an adapter. How do we put something in the hair that can adapt to temperature?
Yes.
Can adapt to the season that you're in. And that's what we're starting to do. So this whole extraordinary series that I'm bringing to you, we're starting here now in January, winter. This is more of a winter-based formula. It doesn't mean you can't use it in summer, absolutely. But then what'll happen is when you're in the summer, you can even mix this with your summer formula.
Wow.
Because you're going through different change, like temperature change. If you're at 90 degrees, then you drop to 50. Well, your hair is treating that 50 like you've now jumped season. Yeah. Right? So if you've got something in the hair that's thermal that can control that, so in other words, a balancer. So when you go at 50 degrees, it's going to
adjust to help your hair.
Because it's reverse. So when it gets cold, it'll start heating up. And when it gets too hot, it starts cooling down.
You guys,
so it's like a regulator, really.
This is so neat. And this is the world launch, and it is the Liquid Splash Mask. And I will say, we don't have auto ship on this. So
we couldn't.
You can't. Like, this is small batch, like I mentioned. There's not nearly as much quantity as our Today's Special. And I mentioned that because if you're getting the Today's Special, you can pick this up at $56 off. It'd be $29.99 with the Today's Special. It's our bonus buy. And it's huge. It's a 16-ounce bottle. Now, if you're just buying it alone, that's fine, but it's $86, which, again, extraordinary ingredients, extraordinary formula.
And the process, because there's water, there's a bit of water in the formula, and it's activated by water. So,
interesting.
Yeah, I had to find a way of encapsulating that water or the ingredient into the water. And that's why right now I can't mass produce this. It has to be done really small batches.
Okay.
And once we figure that out, then we can go, and then we'll be able to offer that auto delivery. But I
just want to show you.
It's a whole different way of processing even ingredients. And we're doing it, which is great for the carbon footprint. We're not heating anything up.
Yep.
So it's cold processed. Even some of the ingredients that we're using, cold pressed seeds. And I've started learning about seeds now that, come on, when you grow something, what do you plant in the ground?
Right.
So if you want,
smells amazing.
If you want the best of the best when it comes to actives for scalp and hair, you want to plant something. That's basically, you go to seeds. The only issue with seeds, they're really tiny.
Yes, yeah.
You don't get a lot of imagine how many seeds I need to cold press. Yeah, so when I decided to do it and we got into it, I realized, oh, geez, we can't make a lot of these. But it's potent.
Well, then you might want to grab yours while you can, because how many have sold already, Kevin? Almost 1,000.
We don't have a lot.
First presentation, okay? This is the Skybound Peaks. Holy cow,
Yeah,
I actually
right?
smell some lemon in there too.
Yeah,
it's fresh.
Because I said it's zesty, right? So it's kind of, I wouldn't say Fruit Loops. I love Fruit Loops.
But this one's not quite as creamy.
No.
Like the milk is not there. It's like just the Fruit Loop.
But it's basically Fruit Loops is made with like a lemon zest, lime.
Yes.
And they bring in, I believe it's like raspberry. So with this, imagine the winter side of it, cranberry, and the lemon zest is kind of like a pine lemon. Those two kind of together, and that's why it doesn't smell like pine needles.
No, it doesn't.
And that's why when I went to smell it, in my mind I'm thinking, because it says, pine.
Yeah, it does. But don't think that means like Christmas time scent.
Yeah,
it's very clean and fresh and zesty.
I just went from saffron being my #1 to now I've been doing this since I made them all. I switch all the time, and that's the problem.
Skybound Peaks is our most limited. The saffron that you mentioned is called Summit's Glow, and it is a warm and creamy saffron, amber, and vanilla. So it's beautiful, it's soft, but it's very unique. Like there's something so different about it.
Yeah, they're all so. Honestly,
good.
I wish you could get all 4 at the same time, and I'm going to look at even doing discoveries with that's why I want to bring in the fragrances as a separate thing, because then it doesn't become so limited.
I like that. Alpine Bloom, that's the powdered floral. It's a really, really fresh and floral with white lily and peony. And then the last one we didn't mention is the Mountain Eclipse, and that is, we call it warm and mysterious, which it definitely is, with the comfort of amber, vanilla, and floral notes.
Yeah, it's the closest to amber vanilla as our signature scent. Out of all of them, that one is the amber vanilla, just with a winter kind of breeze set to it.
Wow. Look at her color.
With some floral, yeah. And Midge's hair, that whiteness of it. It's hard to achieve that, but it's getting easy for us now.
So if someone's flipping channels, they just joined us, we're talking about a brand new product. It's your 7-second flash liquid volumizing and repairing mask. So let's tell everybody how that works.
So it's a fluid, kind of like a thick water fluid that basically and there's a bit of water in it, but that water's encapsulated, so it's actually, the thermogel is basically a bubble, and inside the bubble is water.
Okay.
So how you activate it is you wet your hair, you apply this to the hair and scalp, and then with friction, because your hair is wet, basically that bubble bursts. So that thermogel now is why you're adding friction, is you want it to spread. It'll then turn into a cream, so it becomes more slippy. So you can detangle, and that spreads better. You want to get it from basically scalp, roots, and drag that right down to your ends. 7 seconds later, that's when you're done. You rinse that out, and you will be amazed when you start, if you're gonna blow dry or even flat iron. With heat, it'll start to thicken up. Even though you've rinsed it out, it's bonded onto the hair. It's nanoed. So nano is basically 200 times size and particle size smaller. And that's the Ojon, which is my first ingredient ever found. A lab in Brazil, they're all green. They're called nanoscoping. So it's actually clean nano, no irons, no metals, no particles. That basically, I stumbled on, I Googled that one. Oh God, my lip.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that one, the ingredient hunter, I Googled it because I was looking for the orange peel that surrounds the nut that I've been using for 25 years because it was too bright orange. When they adapted the two and nanoed it, it turned into like a yellowish white creamy oil. I started playing with that and our thermo gel, and oh my God, where I am now with hair, you're getting the best of the best. So volume, you'll achieve massive volume with this and a 98% reduction in breakage. It doesn't get better.
98% reduction in breakage.
7 seconds.
That's instrumentally tested after one use, you guys. So if you bought the Today Special, you can pick this up at $56 off. It'd be $29.99 for you. Otherwise, if you're getting it on its own, it is $86. There is no auto ship. There is fewer quantity in this than there is the Today Special. So not everybody who gets the Today Special at the end of the day is going to be able to pick this up as a bonus.
Don't wait on it. I'm telling you, it's a breakthrough, and it works on every single hair type, and you won't make a mistake. You can't.
Well, I'm excited. We still have a whole nother hour and 15 minutes together. We'll be right back with the famous rescue cream.
Bold, gold, and and gorgeous. That's Bellezza. These gold-enrobed bronze creations are meant to be noticed. Unique Italian-inspired designs and fine details with the look, feel, and luxury of pure gold. Perfectly priced so you can stack and layer them to suit your personal style. Go ahead, make a statement. Dream big, be bold, be Bellezza. Only at HSN.
I cannot run out of these products. So I'll let you in on a little secret. I have them on auto ship. It's the best way to stock up on all the items I love from HSN. Regular deliveries come on my schedule. And the price I paid is locked in. Auto ship. Get more of what you love when you need it.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card. Ready to hit refresh and unlock massive savings? HSN's first big sale of the year is here. Save big on top brands and get up to 50% off thousands of items. Shop fashion and jewelry up to 60% off. Plus beauty, kitchen, home, and electronics up to 30% off. Shop now and score huge savings before they're gone.
Hey, it's Rebecca Vargas, your beauty bestie. I'm here to spill the tea on buzzworthy beauty must-haves. Don't miss Pretty Amazing Beauty Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern on HSN.
Welcome back in, everybody. My name is Michelle Yarn. By the way, all of our beauty is on free shipping today, so that's kind of a big deal. And we've got Dennis Simeone in the house from Tweaked, so we're having a great time. I wanted to take just a minute, though, to share some details about my outfit, because we have a section on our website called the Host's Closet, where if you're ever curious what we're wearing on the air, you can go there for details. But this is a DG2 beautiful crushed velvet top. It has a ruched front. It's actually got a lot of length. I think it comes to about here. I tucked it into what also happens to be a DG2 stretch denim skirt. But it's so comfortable, it's beautiful. There's lots of colors you can choose from. The purple is amazing. If you want to take a look, go to hsn.com, type Host Closet in the search bar, and then it will pop up and it will show you all the things that we've been wearing over the last, week or so. Otherwise, just say hi to me on Instagram or Facebook on Michelle Yarn HSN. I love to answer your questions. Okay, let's dive into a huge customer pick. We're talking more than 260 perfect 5-star reviews on a 6-in-1 cream. It's called the Rescue Cream. So this is your day and your night cream. You can use it on your body, on your face. It is an eye cream, and it's an incredible makeup primer. Dennis was putting it on his lip because he's having some issues with that cold, dry weather.
I was on a plane, fell asleep, woke up. Somebody made me laugh.
Oh my goodness, and that was it.
Yeah, it snapped right in half, and all of a sudden, I could taste my blood.
Well, you know what? This is a beautiful cream. It is a jumbo size, by the way. The regular size is a 3-ounce, and it's like $25. The jumbo size is a 5 1/4 ounce. It's $37. This is a 15 3/4 ounce for $39. That is major. It's 3 times that jumbo size to get the super size. So it's a great deal, but it's all about what it can do. So we have amber vanilla, we have that lemon beignet. Which one is this one? Do you know? Let me see. I think it rolled.
Coconutty.
Oh, coconutty. When that's gone, that's not back. We're
Never
at the tail end of that one. We have Above the Clouds, the pure fragrance-free, and the lavender.
Yeah,
Tell me about this.
The Above the Clouds, that's the one I just put on my lip, and instantly.
You feel like hydration?
Yeah, I wish I had it on the plane.
Yeah,
and then it wouldn't have cracked.
So if someone's watching, they're like, what is this cream? You say 6-in-1. Surely one cream can't do all these things.
Yeah,
but it does.
And that's why it was a tough, when I first brought it to the planet, I was a little nervous because I said it was a 5-in-1. And even at 5-in-1, I was, are they gonna really believe me? Because everyone's brainwashed that you need all those 5 little jars in glass, in a box, wrapped.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, all that costs more than the actual stuff inside. I decided I'm gonna put all the money into the stuff inside. And I actually made this for my mom first. Before, I wasn't even a brand. I wasn't even supposed to be a brand. After I sold off Ojan, I was retired. And my mom ended up getting ill, and this is how this all started again. She never asked me for anything in 50 years. She's now 86.
Wow.
No, sorry, 87. I can say 87 now. I mean, I was calling her 87 last year. She was so mad at me.
Jumping ahead here.
Yeah, so she's showing you, and she uses it as her primer, as her night cream, AM, PM. When I first gave it to her, and I made it for her, she says, "What do you mean 5-in-1? You kidding?" Italian.
You kidding.
She just didn't, again, comprehend that. No, you need the other. And I'm like, just trust me. And since that day, that was it. She's never, her new favorite is Pure, the unscented one.
Okay.
But the Above the Clouds, I would say, would be the second choice. And then anything new, like the beignet.
Guess what I just found? We have the Alpine Bloom in this. That's the limited edition scent that we have in the Today Special, which is the shampoo and conditioner, and the bonus buy, which is the splash mask. We actually have it in the Rescue Cream, too.
And that was so difficult for me to get into it this quickly. So you're getting the benefits of a winter-based formula that basically, with those, I call them the high five, these ingredients that now have adapted, they're extraordinary. They're special because they're ingredients, these florals, these extracts that we're achieving, and they're absolutes, and we're using the entire plant, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Which I've been taught by the medicine women. Forget men, because I think Hollywood made that the medicine man.
Yeah.
Every village I've been to, except for I think 2, were all women. Wow. And that's who I listen to. I'm a smart man. They have all the knowledge, and everyone is consistent in saying, use the whole plant, you get basically the power of the earth, everything about that plant, and that's what I started doing, and yeah, the clinicals got way higher.
Amazing, right? Because nature is perfection, right? All of it.
We just have to find
imagine using the whole part of it instead of just a little piece.
The one thing I've learned is it's all here for us. You just have to believe in it and find it.
Yeah.
And that's been my task, and I love doing it, is just going to find it and then piecing it together with, my collection now is close to 50 originals that I've discovered that I adapt, and it took me 25 years. So you're at the best of my ability at this point, where I've got this great base that I now manipulate.
And we're showing you this before and after because this can also be used as a face cream / primer. So when you have a primer, your makeup grips better, the colors are more true, her skin looks brighter because she's hydrated it so beautifully, but it's called Rescue Cream because it will rescue you in whatever situation. If you need a night cream, if you need a day cream, an eye cream, it's great for your entire body. And again, we mentioned that primer, and it doesn't feel greasy, it's not super shiny, it's just hydrating. And if you want to get the brand new Alpine
Bloom, has the thermo aspect to it. So with heat, now you're in control of even the consistency and what it's now charging into the skin. So the more heat you give it, when you break it down, you'll see it'll go down to kind of almost like an elixir, really, from a cream to an elixir.
Yeah.
But as you put it onto the face, it's reversible, right? So basically now it starts filling in.
Yep.
So it'll grip and attach to whatever foundation, anything you put over top of it, instantly, you don't need to wait. And then it just gets better as the day progresses, as opposed to losing its potency, it charges up. And if you find it going dull, you just pat your face, and that kicks in the thermal aspect. The temperature changes its ability.
If you want lemon beignet or the cocoa nutty, we've got 200 of each. I know you love the beignet. Last time we had beignet, you were eating the beignet. That was supposed to be for a prop. And I turn around and Dennis is eating the props. But if anybody can do it, Dennis, it's you. You have treated us to so much. Beautiful hair, beautiful skin, clean ingredients, and something truly unique. And all of those words describe our Today Special to a T. If you missed it, what a huge reception we have had to this world launch, brand new formula of your favorite cleansers and conditioners. This one is the Extraordinary line. It's the Elevated High Five Collection. So Dennis is using plant ingredients from the world's highest peaks, only the most resilient brilliant plants can thrive out there. So this formula is all about moisture, scalp care, and hair volume. It was measured a 244% increase in volume using this shampoo and conditioner. World launch. So if you want to grab it, all 4 scents are brand new. The value is a $228 value, and you're getting it today for $54.98. I mean, that is amazing. That's $27 and change each. And look at the value here. So auto ship, very, very popular there. If you want to grab it, that's how you lock in the price, but also how you continue to receive this, because it's small batch. It's limited edition, and if you want to know more about the scents, head to hsn.com. The Today Special is right there on the homepage. Don't forget the bonus buy, too. That's the splash mask. Very, very popular. All right, this is a product I genuinely use every single day. I've got lots of different formulas. I've got the Fido Milk, I've got the originals. It's a revitalizing mist, and what I love so much about it is you can use it for many different things. You can use it on wet or dry hair. On wet hair, I like that it helps detangle and it's a heat protectant, but on dry hair, it refreshes my style, it helps me fight frizz. I even will spritz it on my skin if I need to. It's great for your skin, it's super hydrating, and your hair is shiny and it smells amazing. So we've got it here for you on sale. From $79 marked down to $29. Free shipping on all of this, and we've got beautiful scents that you can choose from as well. So we might have to walk through these because sometimes it's hard to find. I don't know, I gotta come around and tell you guys what we have.
For the aromas?
Yes, so golden amber here.
So that was a limited edition. When I go back to when I created Ojon, the golden amber was the very first amber vanilla I ever did. Then I lost the formula.
Oh my gosh. Did you find it with all the socks that go missing too?
Yeah, 10 years later, it ended up being, actually, what I'm talking, 20 years later is when I found it, because I just launched that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And there's a few others, and they'll be coming up.
So
it's a big deal.
Golden amber, and then we have Above the Clouds. So we know and we love Above the Clouds.
So that basically, but now the difference is, if you take the Above the Clouds and add a little splash of milk to it, and the milk is a Tonka base, a Tonka and sweet almond, but almond milk.
Okay.
Set underneath it, like basically just taking like a splash of milk to any of the fragrances that we're promoting in this case is what this whole Fido milk is, because we're basically giving you a protein shot.
Yeah.
So we took our old mist and we've now elevated it with a bit of protein. Now the base, this is showing you a true high elevation ingredient. That is what makes up the Above the Clouds. Anthropogene rhododendron, 850 species, is the only one that's non-toxic. I don't know how they figured that one out. I'm just glad I wasn't part of that test.
Yeah, right? Don't want to be on the losing end of that.
This is my favorite place on the planet, that little shack. I call it the anti-aging shack. It's been around for centuries. He has a wrinkle on his face. He's in his 80s. That's why when I was sitting there, I didn't care what he was talking about. I was just looking at his face going, it's probably because he's always in the shack. I'm not going to leave the shack.
Yeah, right? Need to stay
the
there.
aroma and just essence in there. Because it's been, his family, centuries have just passed it on. To imagine what's embedded in those wooden walls.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And the process that it goes through. So that's my manufacturing plant. So that's just for one ingredient. So the Above the Clouds is like a fresh cut lily, a high elevation lily. That has a bit of a powdery vanilla tone to it.
Okay.
And now you add the Fido milk to it, so that's the Tonka and the almond.
Well, and then we have the straight Fido milk, and then we also have this is the Italy one, the Sardinia Magic.
Yes.
Oh, and then we have amber vanilla as well. Okay.
That's Sardinia. We were there, me and Amanda, so I wanted to capture, we were just on a terrace. It was at sunset, having a drink, a mojito. Yeah, so basically, when you get this at home, that is exactly what it smells like in Sardinia. It was beautiful. It has some magic to it, and it was a limited edition. So again, this is probably kind of, I wouldn't say your last chance, but could be.
Yeah.
I just don't know what we're sitting on. But that one's kind of again, in the lemony, zesty mojito.
So tell me about this spray. Like, who needs this?
Everybody.
And how do we want to use it?
If there's one thing in the show that I could say plays a huge role, it's this, because it's something that you can use and you need to be using as soon as you wake up, and a blast in the afternoon, and then just before you go to bed. And ideally, Nighttime between 8, no sooner, and no later than 11 p.m. And there's a reason, because you're gonna go through a cell turnover between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. So I have it where it's time-coded, it's encapsulated, everything you need for when you hit 2 a.m., 3 a.m., to give it that boost, to get you even more. Because as we age, some of us don't even turn over anymore.
Right.
And I don't mean turning over in your sleep. I mean the cells that are in your, more importantly here is your scalp, because that's where you want to get it in there.
Definitely get this on your scalp.
You know, when we
It's
were young, it's 2 to 3 times, and that's why it's like the fountain of youth. And you can't get too extreme when it comes to like even retinols. You know, the ones that we're using are time controlled, and they're very gentle. AHAs, the alpha-hydroxy acids. Now, what's the end result? You'll know if you've been turning over because your hair is going to get thicker. You're going to see more shine. It's going to adapt better to any style that you go in and try to give it. The thinning of your hair, it's again, if you're not turning over, we start aging a lot faster. This spray, and that's why hence the milk, I noticed that as we age too, we lack the proteins. And you can't put too much protein onto your hair. And I wanted to make sure that you get the exact amount that you need. 2 to 3 times a day. I wouldn't go past that. That would be the extreme. And you're getting the right dose, the right balance. Like, we're biomimicking. I'm trying to get bio-identical to what your hair and scalp is.
Right.
That's what we're trying to put back with the spray.
Infusing it back. And the beauty of this spray, you can't use it wrong.
Nope.
Your hair can be wet, it can be dry. I use it the next day to refresh my style. You can spray it on your scalp to hydrate. I spray it on my skin. When I need something, this is clean beauty, head to toe. Your scalp is
pure
skin.
hydration. That it goes in. It doesn't stay on the outside, it goes inside.
It's incredible.